Nick Baldwin for SevereMMA here with a UFC bantamweight fighter who takes on Mitch Gagnon in his UFC debut this Saturday night at UFC Ottawa. It is Cole Smith. Cole, appreciate the time. This is your first fight in the UFC, as I said. How has fight week been going? How, just adjusting to more media and all the things that come along with being a UFC fighter? How's it all been going?
Fight week's been great, man. I mean, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm comfortable doing all this. This is exactly what my plan was when I first set out to do MMA. So I'm comfortable. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Overwhelming whatsoever, or you're taking it with strides?
It's definitely not overwhelming. I think the more people I think the people behind the scenes who keep pushing that it's overwhelming make it more overwhelming. But it's just another day.
You took this fight on short notice. How long have you had to train for this fight?
Actually, I had a pretty good amount of time. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. It was just over 3.5 weeks, and I was already in shape. So, when you get the call a little bit too long, it weighs on your mind. So, it was a perfect amount of time for me.
Does it even feel like a short notice fight then?
No, not really. Like I said, I was already in shape, so I'm ready to go.
Okay. You're taking on Mitch Gagnon, as I said. He hasn't fought since late 2016. It's been a long time since we've seen him in the cage. Does that almost make it difficult to prepare for a fight against him, just because he's sure to have some added tools? We don't know what those are, but he hasn't fought for a while. Is it difficult to prepare for a guy that has been out of action for that long?
No, not really. I mean, it's like I said, just another day. It's just another fight. I'm fighting myself in the cage, if that makes sense. If I perform to the best of my abilities, it doesn't really matter who I'm competing against. So, if I'm performing, I'm fighting myself in the cage.
I imagine you're probably not thinking about it, but how do you think, or does Gagnon's layoff affect it?
I'm not thinking about it whatsoever, man. He's going to be coming in. He's going to be strong. He's going to be ready. So, I'm more focused on myself than focused on my opponent.
Not to look too far ahead into the future, but what are your expectations for your UFC career within the next year or two? Are you going to have a quick rise in the bantamweight division, or take it a bit slow? And what do you see for yourself?
Lots of money, lots of success.
Okay. How did this opportunity, short notice, come together? You're, of course, in Canada, you're from BC, fighting for BFL, so it makes sense, but how did it sort of come together? Did you reach out, or they reach out to you?
So I signed with my manager, my management team, Iridium, with Jason House. I was already on my way to the gym, and they contacted my brother. Somebody fell out of one of Mitch's opponent fell out. We were kind of expecting to get on this call. I don't know why, but my brother just sees things. He calls it. He tells me. He sees things in the future, and he was preparing me for it. He knew it was coming. Someone got hurt. They called my brother. My brother called me and told me to pick it up in training today, because we're going to be making our debut in 3 weeks.
How do you stay? You seem very calm. I've talked to other fighters today who are making their debut on Saturday. They're talking. They're very, they just seem less. You seem more relaxed than a lot of people making their debut. Do you agree with that? And if so, how does that? How do you stay so relaxed?
I think I'm a little bit older than a lot of the other guys who are making their debut, and like I've said, I've always had the same mentality. It's just another day. It's just another fight. The world's going to keep turning no matter what, win or lose. It's just another day.
Okay. Last question for you, Cole, and I appreciate the time. How do you get the job done? Saturday night, Canadian Tiger Center, UFC Ottawa, you're fighting Mitch Gagnon in your promotional debut. How do you get it done?
Too many tools, man, in the toolbox. I can't give you a direct answer. I can win on the ground. I can win striking. I got elbows, knees, all kinds of submissions. So I really can't give you a clear answer on that one.
Awesome, Cole. Thank you so much, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.